Well, Jacob Fry is lucky to be alive. The 22-year-old was given less than a 5% chance of surviving an horrific road accident last year. Here to tell his story and share his mission to encourage the nation to give blood, please welcome Jacob Fry to the circuit.
Thank you. G'day.
Welcome, Jacob. Now, just to explain to our viewers, can you take us back to what you remember about your accident?
Well, I actually can't remember anything of the actual incident. I've got 5 days of no memory. But yeah, I was in a head-on collision with a 60-tonne quarry truck, so one of the biggest things on the road, and I hit it. And then I was airlifted to the Alfred Hospital. So yeah, I was in that.
Is that the front of it?
That's the front, yeah.
So somehow the bonnet's gone somewhere and, oh my goodness.
It was like an explosion, they said. So my shoes shot off my feet, the door shot off, and from, well, this part of my leg down was actually out of the door behind me. So I've got a nice big gaping little skin graft thing going on there. So I saw you touching Phil's leg earlier. You can touch mine if you want. Yeah, come here, come here.
Okay,
have a feel there. There's a bit of a...
Oh, I see. Yes,
nice,
it's a bit like liposuction, but on one side.
Yeah, yes. So yeah, I was airlifted to the Alfred Hospital where I had 20 separate injuries which were all life-threatening and was given a less than 5% chance of making it, as you said.
And didn't they actually call your parents and say, you need to come? It's sort of like the priest needs to deliver last rites. Your parents need to come and say goodbye to you.
Yeah, look, my folks, when I was in the ICU, they got told that to prepare themselves because this is probably going to be the last time that you see your son. So doctors can't explain why I'm alive. I died 4 times on the operating theatre, and yeah, doctors can't explain it. So I just thank God every day for my life, pretty much.
So when you died, what's on the other side?
I don't actually remember, but I do remember a dream.
Do you?
And I was flying over these green pastures with chocolate waterfalls. It was amazing.
Are you making that up?
No, I'm serious. I think it was for the leg operation. That's the only thing I remember, like where I wasn't.
You died and you went and hung out with Willy Wonka.
All your dreams come true. What? Now, on a more serious note, Jacob, we probably need to mention that it was the wonderful nurses and doctors at the Alfred Hospital in Melbourne, Australia, that saved your life. Take us through what was required in terms of the donation of the blood and what they did to save your life. Yeah, well, I went through 36 litres of blood in the first 9 hours, and that's over 70 donors worth of blood. So I was in a pretty bad state. There was esky-loads of blood being put into the operating theatre. I used up the whole hospital's supply of A-negative blood, and they had to put in A-positive to compensate and order more A-negative in. So I had a nurse, Rowena, absolutely gorgeous lady, who was just above me, just pumping blood bags in me for like 2 hours, just non-stop, because I was just bleeding so fast.
They also said, didn't they, or your father said that if they hadn't have transported you by chopper, if you'd gone in an ambulance from the accident, that you would have definitely died? Yeah, definitely. When I got to the hospital, my liver surgeon said I literally had 1 minute left to live.
Wow.
I was pretty much dry of blood. I had 3 injuries where only 1 should have killed me. The compound fracture to the leg, there was a lot of blood coming out of that. I had a ruptured spleen and colon, which should have killed me, and my 5 broken ribs sliced my liver into 3. It was like they called it Wolverine slice because it was like a slash from Wolverine. And that alone should have killed me as well. And I had all 3, and I'm still alive. So it's an absolute miracle.
So you were here for a reason. So what do you think that reason is?
Well, I'm doing a lot of stuff with Red Cross to try and get the importance of blood, to get people, inspire and motivate people to donate blood. So I've been going around to schools and corporate functions and churches just to tell them my story and just the miracle that I am, and that just trying to repay back the amount of blood that I used. If I was to donate 4 times a year until I was 80, I would have only just given back the amount of blood that I used. And you have to stop donating at 70, so I'll never actually physically be able to give back.
I just think that fact, and the fact that you used 70 donors worth of blood to stay alive, is the first time, honestly, I've heard a statistic that's made it real for me, and that how little I donate and that we should donate. How do you encourage people to donate? Because...
Well, I was a blood donor before my accident, and I just did it because it was something I thought was good to do, which it is. But since I've actually used so much blood and seen and met so many people who's used blood transfusions to stay alive, it's something that needs to be done. Blood can't be made by machines. It had to have come from someone else. So I'm just really trying to push for people to go out there, donate blood, because it could save someone that you know, or could save me. So yeah, I've been doing blood drives. It's called the Jacob Fry Blood Drive. So I've got one coming up on this Sunday coming up on the 3rd of October. And yeah, just trying to really push that, where I get 50 mates involved and all give blood together and make a real day of it. So
that's a great idea, isn't it, guys, to involve your friends, to make it a social event. If you're going to go to something anyway, why not all meet, give blood, and then do it together? Because if you try and schedule it in your own busy life, you don't prioritise it.
Yeah, absolutely. Turn it into a social thing and maybe provide a reward at the end rather than just the cup of tea and biscuit.
Well, the great thing about school groups is like they all want to do it with their friends. So about 5 or so mates will go and donate blood as kids, and then all the oldies, they just go by themselves and just sit there bored.
Please thank Jacob Fry. Thanks, Jacob.
Thank you very much, Amy. Thank you.
What an inspiring young man.